July 1972. Apollo 17 leaves the moon for the last time.
3, 2, 1, ignition.
No one knew it back then. But this moment would mark the end of an era. For over 50 years, no human would return. The moon stayed there, unchanged, silent, untouched. An entire generation grew up without ever seeing a human walk on its surface. And slowly, it stopped being a destination. It became a memory. But today, that silence is about to end. A new mission is preparing to go back. Not just to visit, but to stay. This time, everything is different. At the height of the Cold War, the moon was never just about exploration. It was a race, a demonstration of power. The Apollo program wasn't designed to last forever. It was designed to win. And once that goal was achieved, everything changed. The missions became less frequent. Public interest started to fade, and the cost was becoming harder to justify. Each launch required enormous resources, thousands of engineers, years of preparation, for just a few days on the lunar surface. So slowly, mission after mission, the program was reduced, until there was nothing left. No more launches, no more crews, no more footsteps on the moon. And just like that, we stopped going. Not because we couldn't, because we chose not to. For decades, the moon stayed out of reach, not because we lost the ability to go back, but because we lost the reason to. Today, that reason has returned, but this time, it's different. This isn't a race. It's a long-term plan, a new program built with a different ambition, not just to reach the moon, but to build something that lasts. It's called Artemis. And unlike Apollo, this mission isn't designed for a few days. It's designed for the future. The goal is no longer just to land. It's to stay, to build a permanent presence, to learn how humans can live far from Earth, and to prepare for something even bigger, Mars. Because before going further, we need to prove that we can survive closer. The moon is not the final destination. It's the testing ground, a place to build, to experiment, to fail, and to try again. For the first time in history, we're not going back to the moon to leave footprints. We're going back to begin a new chapter. The journey begins on Earth. A controlled environment, familiar, safe. Then the engines ignite, and everything changes. In a matter of minutes, ground disappears. The sky turns black, and Earth starts to fade. Inside the spacecraft, there is no sound of wind, no sense of speed, only vibrations and silence. As the distance grows, something shifts. The planet you came from no longer feels close. It becomes smaller, distant, almost fragile. Days pass, floating in the same confined space. No up, no down, just the constant presence of Earth getting farther away. Until one moment changes everything. The spacecraft moves behind the moon, and for the first time, there is no Earth in the sky. No signal, no communication, just complete isolation. This is the far side of the moon, the most silent place in our immediate universe. Then slowly, light returns. The edge of the moon fades away, and Earth reappears, small, blue, alone. This is what Artemis is testing, not just the technology, but the human experience, distance, isolation, and the reality of leaving Earth behind. But this time, it's not the same world. The way we go to space has changed. In the past, everything depended on a single agency, a single vision, a single program. Today, space is no longer led by one player. It's becoming a shared effort. Governments, private companies, new technologies, all working together. What once required decades can now evolve in years. What once cost billions is being reimagined, more flexible, more ambitious, more frequent. And for the first time, returning to the moon is no longer the final objective. It's just one step in a much larger plan. New spacecraft are being designed to go further, stay longer, and operate differently. Landing systems are no longer limited to traditional modules. They are evolving, becoming larger, reusable, built for repetition. Even the idea of a single mission is starting to disappear. What's coming next is not one journey, but a continuous presence, a system, a network, something that doesn't end when the crew comes home. Because this time, the goal isn't just to reach the moon, it's to build the foundation for everything that comes after. But building something like this comes with risks, because this isn't just another mission, it's a turning point. If it works, everything changes. A permanent presence beyond Earth becomes real. New missions follow, new systems are built, and the path to Mars moves from theory to reality. But if it fails, the consequences go further than a single launch. Years of preparation, billions of investment, and global expectations are all tied to this program. A failure wouldn't just delay progress. It could slow everything down. Confidence would drop. Momentum would fade. And once again, the moon could become distant, untouched, out of reach. Not because we can't go back, but because we hesitate to try again. This is what makes Artemis different. It's not just about going to the moon. It's about proving that we're ready to go further. Because, in the end, this was never just about the moon. It's about what comes next. For the first time, we're not exploring space to prove that we can go. We're exploring it to understand how to stay, how to live beyond Earth, how to build something that doesn't end when the mission is over. The moon is only the beginning, a place close enough to reach, but far enough to change everything. And if this works, the next step won't be a return. It will be a departure, further than we've ever been, to places that, until now, only existed in plans. Artemis is not just a mission. It's the start of a new direction. And this time, we might not be coming back the same.